not... What do you might call it? Just like... Nightmare Dungeon 100 for no reason. There's no reason to even do that in the game, and then... repeatedly infinite 1% upgrades on your character. That... It's really surprising to me, because it's supposed to be like a game that's supposed to appeal to a mass audience, and the worst way to appeal to a mass audience... Like, no casual player is going to get excited over a 1% upgrade. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing exciting or, like, motivating about getting 1% upgrades over and over again repeatedly. Yeah, sorting through an entire inventory of yellow items every Nightmare Dungeon or whatever you do to find maybe a 1% upgrade repeatedly. That's the Diablo 4 experience, and it's like, why? There's no reason to make a good character in that game on top of that, because it's like, what do you do with that good character? There's nothing to do in the game. Like, what are you using all that gear for? Isn't that kind of sad? Like, what are you gearing up in Diablo 4? What are you doing that for? Like, what are you going to use it on? Why? Like, that's the problem with the game. The game is starving so hard for, like, stuff to do in the game. What do I want? Belt, typically. Give me a 2 red link, 2-hander. Sure, good enough.
I am surrounded by living corpses.
I'm sure the game will get better, but like, I'm not counting the days. Just when the game is better, I'll play it. When there's stuff to do in the game, I'll play it, but I stretched it out far enough for 2 months. That's about how long I played on launch. And I remember what that was feeling like last time I logged into Diablo 4, last stream I streamed it. And that was genuinely, I think I streamed for like 4 or 5 hours, and I don't think I thought about the game once, because there's nothing to think about in the game. Like, just like mindlessly doing nothing for no reason. It's kind of scary, because that's, like, my #1 favorite genre of game, is, like, these action RPGs, and, like... When I know that I don't have a craving to log back into Diablo 4, I think there's something pretty wrong. I enjoyed it for that first month. Month #2 was maybe pushing it a little bit, but, like... That game is starving. Desperately starving for content in the game. Like, time-consuming, grinding content that is fulfilling. And the game has basically 0 of that in its current iteration. I only got 2. The most fulfilling part of Diablo 4 was, like, the 1 to level 60. Like, the end game is, like, anything post level 60 is, like, it just gets worse and worse. Like, at least, like, level 1 to 60, I'm, like, problem solving and thinking about, like, the gear that drops. And, like, figuring out if I can use this legendary power or that legendary power that maybe dropped. Thanks for resubs, dudes. The 2 dev girls? I watched it for, like, 20 seconds and I turned it off. I don't think this game is particularly in a great state. I don't think it's a bad state either. It's just, I've played so much of this game that I'm not like driven. It's like PoE 2 is gonna come out and like we'll be playing PoE 2 in a year from now, and then who cares about this? At least that's kind of my perspective, right? That's genuinely my perspective. PoE 2, like we'll be playing beta in like a month from now, or a year from, like less than a year from now, and it's like less than a year from now we'll be playing beta for PoE 2, and then like who cares about Path of Exile 1? Like this will all be in the past and forgotten, at least for me, I think. Gloves. That's what I'm looking forward to now. Now that Diablo 4 has come out, it's like, what is next? I guess what I see is PoE 2. That's about a year away, or whatever. And that'll be cool, but... little ways out still. Crit Bone Shatter? If you crit Bone Shatter, you better have like 500 Divines worth of gear or some like absurd amount like to make it worth. I don't even know if it's actually ever worth. But if you were to go that route, you would need like an absurd investment for sure. There's plenty of ways to scale Bone Shatter's damage that have nothing to do with crit. You don't have to like tap into any of that. Support Bone Shatter with Trauma. Read the Trauma gem. My perspective is like I'm just like down for a new experience, really. Like I don't know. People still just like kind of mock it, but I have said this for I don't know how long I've been saying this. At least 2 years, maybe even longer than 2 years, 3 years maybe. Pretty much as soon as they announced Path of Exile 2, shortly after, I've said the quality of our leagues that have been coming out has just like greatly declined. Like the past 3 years of PoE, have just been filler. Like they're not putting that much effort in. That's the way I perceived it, and I still stand by that, and I don't think I'm wrong. Like they don't like we're just playing a filler game right now. PoE 1 is a filler game. No PoE 2 comes out. Monster Man. The filler is still good compared to other games. Yeah, PoE is just PoE. It's good, right? Just PoE by itself is a good game. It's definitely one of the best games I have ever played. But to get a fresh perspective and a whole new experience, I've played this game for 11 years. I'm totally down for just completely reset everything, essentially, and give me a whole new experience. Like, I'm totally down for that. What if nobody likes PoE 2? There will be a lot of people who absolutely love Path of Exile 1 who will not like PoE 2. That's what I think. And I hope all the normalization that comes in from PoE 2's reset. Holy shit. Permafreeze. I hope defenses become mandatory even on softcore, and like good builds aren't as good compared to bad builds. Bad builds are like still like, you know, playable. I hope things are all tighter, like way tighter. every build is gonna be like a 5+ button build, probably every single build in the game, and you know, everything I'm saying is probably like nightmares to a lot of players, right? But I mean, what they're showcasing, that's exactly the direction that I feel like they're going, right? Every build is like a 5-button build minimum. Every build. And that's probably, like I said, it's probably a nightmare for a lot of players. So there'll definitely be a lot of players who like PoE 1, but they won't like PoE 2. But, you know, my perspective is more, I'm just down with something new. Like, that's perfectly fine. Like, I don't want to do the exact same thing forever. I don't want to play Bone Shatter forever either. Or whatever, Helix, or whatever skill it be. And give me a reason to play something else. I forgot Frostblink. It's okay, I'll get it on Thingo. Like, just give me a complete... Like I enjoyed Diablo 4 for that reason. That was the #1 appeal for Diablo 4 to me. Just to go through a new process where you're learning new systems in a game and playing through a fresh, like, start. It didn't even have to be a great game or a good game even. It was just like, hey, play through any action RPG, even like Wolcen the first time I played it. It doesn't really matter. It's like, you're gonna get like some amount of like fun with discovery and like a fresh game. It's always good. I don't want that fucking, like, awful... And I don't have it, but I don't want to get into that fucking awful, like, thing that a lot of people have that I know who are older, like the boomer-itis thing, where they're just stuck playing the same 1 game or 2 games for the rest of their entire life, and they never want to play anything else because they think it's the greatest thing ever because they're too scared to learn anything new. That's my perspective of a lot of that. Like, people get... Like, they just want PoE 1 100% familiar with the game. And they never want it to, like, change. They just want...
Diablo? Did anyone say
you know, the
Diablo?
one exact thing that
What
they already
Diablo
know.
4? It's time. Time to dock arrive.
Yeah, I don't know if Titan Quest 2 will be good if it's not made by... The people who made Grim Dawn are extremely good. So if it's like a whole new like set of people, which is what I heard it is, that's kind of sad. Because those people who made Grim Dawn are like really good. I might die. They're really good at what they do. 'Grim Dawn's just math, and their logic and their systems make a lot of sense, which results into a good gaming experience. I think that's as simple as that. Okay, I do have 2 of these. I'm gonna buy an axe if I see one. I do not see one, actually. It sucks to suck. Guess that. Just vendor one for IDs, because I need them. I don't know why I did that. I would honestly never play Bone Shatter on a Slayer, but, you know, a lot of people like it, so... It's probably, like, I don't even know. Like, if you don't know how to scale damage, like, I feel like Bone Shatter Slayer is, like, always safe, because you're gonna be able to have, like, a good, or, like, amount of damage without, like, even understanding how to scale up damage. But, I mean, me personally, I would never play it on a Slayer. 5,000 people playing Han? Shit, dude, Angry Testes back. Fuck, I leveled up my Frostblink, that's okay. Can level up once or twice. $40K? I don't even know what that is. Bone Shatter Jugg can do melee. Well, I mean, I played Bone Shatter all of Sanctum, and I thought Bone Shatter Sanctum was fucking easy. I thought it was extremely easy, but everybody else said otherwise. I never had an issue with it. I remember, I think in Gauntlet, I completed every single Sanctum on my Bone Shatter character. Like I just completed every single one. I never failed once. So I don't know. Like, that was Gauntlet. That wasn't even the actual league. So, like, I am not most players or something, I don't know. I remember even Exile complaining about Bone Shatter in Sanctum for Gauntlet, but I mean, I never had an issue with it, honestly. I thought it was easy and fine. Done this slam, huh?
Let me embrace you.
Can I have a weapon?
Your spirit is the
No.
plaything of the ancestors.
People comparing it to cheesing? I don't know. I feel... I don't know even want to know like how to describe my I don't even like to give my perspective or my 2 cents because it's just almost never relatable. It's like I'm a different... Like, it's like I'm not even the same species or something. Not even like in a good, positive way or something to like describe it. It's just like, you're... Like, a lot of the anecdotal like experiences people talk about, I have zero relation or like... I don't relate at all. I have no idea what the fuck some of these people are on. Like I'm a fucking alien or something is what it makes me feel like. Like, not even in a good way. This kind of sucks. My weapon's pretty dog shit. I'm using a fucking horrible weapon. It's like I makes me more distant than I already am, and that's like, not something I'm particularly happy with. It just ends up being that way. Doo-doo. Doo-doo. Pathing block, GG. Grab my Sunder gem right now. I'm almost 12. Did I level? I don't remember when I leveled last. With splitter or a thing.
Farewell.
Trying to stream a little bit longer today. I mean, I think I already kind of have, but trying to like get a little bit more closer to like my schedule. My hours haven't moved for like 2 days in a row, so trying to stay up a little bit longer today. I don't mind waking up a few hours before leagues start. Like, that's kind of ideal anyway. League start? I think it starts in like 3 hours from now, in like 3 days or whatever, 2 days. I don't even know how long 3 days, I think, right? I don't know where shithead is. He's actually all the way up here. I know, he's right there. One shot, I don't go until maps. Sorry, I'm Sunder again now. Nice chopper too. Get some mods on it. Like what, 25 or so? 22? It's not too bad. Or Act 1 on a Marauder. Accuracy lol. Did I buy precision? I did. LA, kind of weird. Bernstein Bears. Trauma in hardcore? I mean, depends on how much you want to scale it up. If I were to play a trauma build, and I probably will at some point, I'd probably want to go up like, try to get around that 100 stacks of trauma level, if possible. You definitely can. Like, no, like, oh, I got 30 trauma stacks. Fuck that, dude. Go up to like 100, 120 if you can. Like, you want to scale that shit as much as you possibly can. Can I even kill this? Fuck, I should have did my thing first. It's gonna take way longer than it needed to. Hello?
Consideration and hesitation.
Frost blink through.
The former is wisdom, the latter is fear.
Actually, this way. Can't tell. Weird layout. Some green sockets somewhere. Just get like some boot or something with a green red. Okay, let's see. I like the same exact weapon that I already had. I don't have enough decks, so I need a Jade. I can buy one. Give me a green, man. I mean, it works. Too annoying to kill this thing. Look at that tanky. Probably not worth, but whatever, I'm killing it. Already committed. There is Alira. Better not have ran past her. I don't think I did. Better weapon. Suicide boob. Thanks, dude, for the suicide boob. It's Maligria, not Maligaro. Three link would be cool, so I don't have that yet. Guess I don't have a way to get it yet either. It's kind of fucked. is this possible? What time is it? 10:30? Shit. Holy shit. Flask, that shit. World of Warcraft, the Burning Crusade, login to WoW. You need to start playing right fucking now. Oh no, crumbs, huh? Nice fucking game. He's a baby. Huge. Bunker overheat, you better get up out of your seat when it's time for that thing that we call the bunker overheat. Do 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 do. Can I get one more chrome? I know I have one in my inventory from recipe, but that's it, right? This is just Sunder leveling maps. decent gloves actually, but socket colors or socket number. Holy shit, can't get shit for colors here, huh? Give me 1 crown. I just want my 3, but they don't want to give me my 3. Whatever. Sucks to suck. It's a full loop. Take all the way around, I think. Is it? It's not, then Zulu XD. Your leader. Do. Only 400 HP, is that low? Sounds kind of low. Too link, man. Really bad. Watch this, boom. Nice to use that. I should have already war cried, lol. Do. Retard if you must. My resists aren't as bad as I thought they would be, considering I have no resist nodes on my tree yet. Just don't like this like 2-lane bullshit, it's trash. This is fine, I can skip double. We go Shadow or something next. Weird. Is that even normal? For it to be straight across? Maybe it is. I'm looking at Diablo 4. Sophomore Link. Should be equipable eventually, if not soon. I don't know if I have enough mana, kinda low.
You're simply too stupid to be realistic, aren't you, brute?
Yep. I always do that, my first Sunder, like, too early. A chromatic orb somewhere, somehow. Almost clicked that. Looks so similar. You go here. Boom, boom. Vendor, keep this. Game shit. They should call this game SQ. Shit quest. I'm on a 2-link, dude. Hello?
Be careful.
I just want to, like, be able to use something. Feeling the damage loss. I should not. Should only be one-shotting always. Probably gonna need 2 more chromes for it. Hopefully 1, but probably 2. It's all the way through, right? I think. Hope. Movie slaves. Is Rutu still gonna stream even though he's banned? He just streams and talks shit instead. Fuck it. He got banned, apparently, for talking shit or something. I don't fucking know. Ditch this helm, I think. My current helm is rolled. It's not particularly good, but it is rolled at least.
Emperor must bear.
Did I get the skill point? Your timing. La da 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 da. What? Finally. Here. Easy one-shot time. Less than I. People are blaming Subtractum for the ban? I have no idea. As much, like, I enjoy the entertainment of the shit talking and stuff like that. But I don't want to be the one that's like in the midst of that, because that is like kind of a dangerous area. But it is funny. I don't blame, even if Subtractum like had his chat like ban him or something, report him, like that wouldn't even, like, I wouldn't blame him particularly. It's like, I don't blame Rutu either for exactly what he did. It's one of those things where it's like I genuinely don't fault either. You know, there's a time when just the reality of things and the truth of things is there's gotta be an expense. And the expense is either, you know, in the case of this, I would guess, like, people are not allowed to make bad builds. I know that sounds fucking retarded and ridiculous. People are not allowed to showcase or, like, advertise, like, not 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10 builds or whatever. People aren't allowed to do that, or... which is ridiculous, right? Or... you're not allowed to criticize other people's work or something like that, which is also ridiculous, right? It's like there's got to be someone has to be an expense here, essentially. Not everybody always gets to like come out with a gain, so to speak. Like sometimes there's going to be a loss. It's kind of like, I wouldn't call it like an exact parallel, but it's kind of a... I don't know what the word to use is. It's not like exact, like... I don't even want to use the word survival of the fittest, but there just has to be an expense sometimes. Like, someone has to lose and someone has to win. And sometimes it's for another person's, like... Like, it's not so black and white, right? It's like, I don't know how many fucking times I've listened to a Jung Roan rant about bad builds or something. Like, there's no rule against. Showcasing something that is not like... You know, if Root2 makes a build that's like a 98 out of 100, and someone else makes a build that's a 72 out of 100, and then, you know, it's like... You don't really blame... I don't really blame Root2, or something like that, or whoever it be that made a 98 out of 100 build or something like that, and then some, you know, the build that's like a 70 or whatever is getting like way more credibility or something stupid like that, right? It's just dumb. Everything about it's stupid. But I get both sides, whatever. Right, Tai Tai? We're getting into it again! I'm gonna break the floorboards. You know what I mean? I don't have 4 fucking transmute orbs, whatever. Sucks to suck. I'm Sunder, who needs damage. I mean, for me, the perspective of streaming, like, I know it's like all happy time and butterflies, but I mean, I've streamed so long that I've seen so many people who just like, you know, like, Path of Math had it fucking coming, but at the same time, you know, yeah, that sucks for you, man. You know, how many times have I seen it to where, like, it sucks for, it really sucks for this person. How many people I've seen who used to be relevant, completely fall out of relevancy and all this kind of shit. Like, streaming is not just like anything. It's like, it's competitive. People are really, how would I put it? There's a lot of expenses I've seen, essentially, where, it's, you know... One person's victory, oftentimes, I'd put it this way, and I don't mean like literally like, let's just say like Gauntlet or something like that, but like just in general, anything. One person's victory oftentimes is at another person's expense. Whether it be, you know, who is getting the most views on, like, I don't even pay attention to it, but like YouTube build creation videos or whatever it be for Path of Exile, or, you know, who's watching this or that streamer. But a lot of times, a lot of that is, you know, someone becomes by and they're better than you at, you know, at what you're doing, or if you're even trying to do something in the first place, you know, or something like that. I've seen a lot of streamers who were, like, popular in one game, not even necessarily this game or something like that. It's just, like, seeing, I don't pay that much attention. I genuinely don't even know much about the guy at all. Just, like, Subtract them, for example. It's like, you know, he's got his audience, and, you know, there's something there that people like to watch. And that's triggering some people to you know, say, hey, your builds are actually kind of shit or something like that. I don't know if they actually are shit. I've genuinely never even watched one of that guy's YouTube videos. I have no idea, but I mean, it's kind of like, it's a little competitive back and forth. I like to watch the fucking fire burn. I think it's funny to me, but at the same time, I get it. Yeah, well, your build's fucking shit and that kind of stuff. Yeah, I get that perspective. Also, I get the perspective of just a guy trying to be a streamer or whatever, but thanks for the resubs, dudes. It's like I said, hypothetically, I don't know shit, but if, I would not blame or subtract him if he had his whole chat, like, report rude to or something like that. I wouldn't even blame him, honestly. It's a competitive kind of thing, like the streaming thing, if you can off someone out that you genuinely maybe don't like or whatever it be, right? Like, I can't blame that person for that, right? Take care of your own shit, basically. It's interesting socket colors on that helmet for that base. I mean, I'm sure we can think of tons of PoE streamers who were, you know, kind of a touchy thing. It's kind of gross. It is kind of gross because, like, ideally just everybody's happy or whatever, but I mean, there's a lot of competition streaming PoE and all that kind of stuff and talking shit about other people's builds and play my starter build, don't watch this guy's starter build or whatever the fuck it be. Like, whatever, man. It's like a good example would be like, yeah, like Karn, for example. Like, me and Karn, we both like kind of exist in the same ecosystem. We're both playing a lot of Bone Shatter. I play Juggernaut variant, he plays Slayer variant, but like, I'm not gonna go around and like, my version is infinitely better than, don't like Karn's build, and stuff like that, right? Like whatever, man. You know, let him do what he wants.
Damn you!
Whereas, like, a lot of people get a lot more, I guess, confrontational about it.
Watch yourself.
Let people do what they want to do.
Need some help. What is it?
I do need res eventually. Actually, my res actually isn't even that bad. Alright, a single content, or whatever this is. Some healing thing. Life thing. I need more chief.
Teleporter.
But it's a thing that it's like I said, I can't blame anybody who, like, people are looking out for their own best interests, for the most part. I've done it myself to where I'm like, man, this guy's fucking builds are fucking dog shit. You know, when I was watching that Tripolar Bear video earlier on Bone Shatter Jugg, I genuinely thought it was dog shit. Like, but, you know, I don't blame him for anything that is in there or whatever. I'm not on an agenda to, like, this guy doesn't deserve to make PoE videos or something like that. I have no agenda like that or something like that. Stupid. It was like I said yesterday, because I was lurking in Retouche chat, I was like, man, PoE is not even 5% of my life. If PoE didn't exist, whatever, no big deal. I'm just waiting on PoE 2 anyway. Like, to be significantly passionate and invested in Path of Exile 1. It's like, man, PoE 2 is about to come out, dude. Like, we're gonna be playing fucking PoE 2 in, like, a year, less than a year, and then, will I care about PoE 1 anymore? There's a good chance no. I am totally down for something new and fresh. Plays 8 hours a day, not 5%, man. I played Diablo 4 for fucking 2 months, dude. I'm not playing that shit anymore anytime soon. Not until at least Season 2. I played... My character in last league had 2.5 days played. My main character is level 99, 2.5 days played. my Bone Shatter Jugg, and then I never logged into him again until like a week ago. Less than a week ago. Like, I only played last league for... What is that, like 60 hours played? On my character? Like, that's not that much, right? I had a Colossal Flask earlier, I thought I looted another one, whatever. Yeah, and I quit Kalandra, Lake of Kalandra, like day 3 of the league, and I did not touch it ever again until the next league. I think it was Sanctum League after that or something, right? Like, well, I think I'm pretty reasonable. I'm not like full of shit. I'm not like looking for a reaction or like, if I don't like something, then I go and do something else with my time, and that's perfectly fine. Like, I'm not like overly. I'm attached enough to streaming that, you know, I'll find something to stream, but I am not attached to playing Path of Exile as much as I possibly can. Baldur's Gate 3? Yeah, it's fun. Like I said earlier, games like that, I probably would prefer to have a second channel to stream a game like that. Like, there's periods of time when, like, how much stuff I want to stream on this channel is, like, pretty minimal. Like, maybe there's, like, a huge, like, lull in the ARPG, like, I'm waiting another month till new season, I just want to play some stupid games. I'd rather not stream them on this channel. Hurts your metrics and stuff like that, and then, you know, it kind of makes your numbers worse or whatever, so you end up getting less money in the near to later future because it drags everything else down, stuff like that. You know, there's kind of like a threshold that I care slightly about. If that makes sense. Does it hurt more than not streaming? It's totally fine for me to not stream if I don't want to stream for like even a full month. I've done it more than enough times. I haven't done it recently, but I'm not like particularly trying to grow my channel. I'm just kind of chilling, and I'm totally fine with that. White hard man, true. Bleeding. Just trying to play the game, dude. Might have been faster just to go through the other like route. I wanted to do another like to maps playthrough. I'll probably do it here. We'll see, unless I like die or something. I'm kind of playing pretty yellow. Especially since this guy has so many buffs right now, it's kind of Among Us. Yeah, that might be too much damage. I think he's like 2-shot level. Well, he's got 2 buffs! Should be fun. I don't need this anymore. The fastest? I don't really time it. I don't remember. I was pretty fast last league. I would say the beginning of last league I was in really, really good shape in PoE. I'm probably not as good as I was last league because I played so much PoE and I was like just like pretty involved in playing the game because Sanctum League was good, so I played a lot more. But the following league, Crucible League, was pretty meh, so I just didn't play hardly at all. So then I ended up just playing like some bullshit games, and then eventually Diablo 4. But I was pretty crisp I would say. Last league, like the beginning of last league, the end of Sanctum, the beginning of last league, I was in good PoE. Good PoE shape, for whatever that's worth. Voker Charlie, thanks dude for the Voker Charlie. Way more damage. It's out from Blobos. Does this guy like one-shot me? He might. I have no idea. Sunder? I played Ground Slime. I was trying a bunch of things earlier, just to see, but Ground Slime or Splitting Steel preferred. These all suck. Your name's 2. 1 + 1 = 2. I'm talking about UX Part 2. Jorbarino, thanks dude for the Jorbos. Arrogance? No. Like in maps, sometimes I'll do Precision Arrogance. It's kind of okay to do for +1 max res, but it does take 2 links. It's like a fair-ish trade-off. Arrogance IRL? Do I come off as arrogant? I think I come off as arrogant, right? But like, I don't even try to be arrogant. I'm just like chilling. I feel like anybody who actually knows me doesn't think I'm arrogant. But, you know, if I am actually arrogant, then I guess I'm arrogant. Whatever, too bad. Who's an example of someone that's arrogant, like a streamer, that I might know? So I have like a good frame of reference. Like, who even is a good example of that's like someone that's arrogant? Path of Math? Yeah, I kind of agree. I think that is actually a good example. Yeah, I don't think there's many PoE guys anymore, at least, that you could call arrogant. Quinn? I don't think Quinn's arrogant, honestly. When I think arrogant, I don't think Quinn. You guys think Quinn's arrogant? I genuinely don't think Quinn is arrogant. Quinn's just playing his character, if Quinn's 69. I think Path of Math is a good example. I agree with that. Fuck me, man. One more hit, lol. Steel Mage is definitely not arrogant. Steel Mage is the opposite. What even is the opposite of arrogant? Like the word, like what word is the opposite of arrogant? Like by definition or whatever. Wudijo is arrogant? I haven't watched that much Wudijo, but I don't think Wudijo is arrogant. Do you guys think Wudijo is actually arrogant? Honestly? Maybe he gives, like, I've known him for a while. For like 8-9 years. Like Wudijo just like helps people, I thought. Jung Roan? I don't know if I would say Jung Roan is arrogant. Maybe a tiny fractional amount, but like in general, I don't think so. Yeah, he's got too much troll energy. Show with the gifted sub, thanks, dude. Ah, Ziz is not arrogant at all. I don't think Ziz is arrogant. I think Ziz is at a point in his life that he just doesn't give a flying fuck anyway, also. Like, Ziz's got other shit to worry about than... There's not that many people who I would consider arrogant that I like. Maybe I just never click on those people's streams. Nugia? Nah, Nugi's definitely not arrogant. Most PoE streamers, especially like the people who play hardcore, are honestly pretty chill, most of them. I should have grabbed one of those shadow axes or something. My axe is dated for sure. Oh. Gorg C is arrogant, has a fragile ego. I watch him a tiny bit. He doesn't come off to me as arrogant, honestly. I think he's actually kind of reasonable from what I've watched of him. I don't think he's arrogant. The people who I perceive as arrogant would be someone like that Ramses guy. I don't know, like I can't exactly understand what he's saying, but someone does one thing wrong and he just proceeds to type out like spam lines over and over again, just like flaming the dude. That guy, I feel like that guy is arrogant. 100 times more than the Gorg C guy. I don't think Mason's arrogant either. Right? Isn't that correct? I would say if anybody's arrogant in Dota, it's like the Ramses guy. Or like the GPK guy. Like those guys come off to me with like arrogant energy. His belly rumbles. He's hungry. Boykovsky, thanks, dude, for the sub.
Sunflower.
I don't watch a ton of Dota. I only kind of know players. Pox goes insane from teaching newbies. I mean, it's kind of his bit, and it works well for him, so good for him. Pox has been a streamer about as long as I have, maybe even a little bit longer. Like, he's been streaming for like 11 years or something. I think it's kind of... You know, instead of being a guy that, like, flames him or something, it's like... It's nice to see something work, you know, him find a niche somewhere that works for him, because I know he's streamed a ton of games, and he's been doing this for, like, long as I have. Like I said, I know most, like pretty much all of you are essentially consumers for streamers, but it's like I said, I've seen more streamers just fall out of oblivion, completely out of relevance, than, you know, like I'm talking like anybody who's ever reached like 1,000 viewers plus. I've seen more of them fall out of relevance than be able to keep an audience. It's the fate for most streamers. They eventually find a niche and then they kind of fall out of relevance or whatever, and then that's it, man. This thing's level 37. Fuck, that's like a million levels away. Yeah, Sunder's good leveling skill. My weapon's actually extremely bad right now, too. I need to get that fixed. Just a giant dead end. I mean, you can do DPS on this, but I mean, it's a melee skill. Nowhere near as powerful as Bone Shatter scaling. Melee Fizz better than Rage? I mean, depends. They're different types of scaling. One is flat damage, and you know, one is percentage. If your flat damage is getting more mileage, it can be better. Yeah. Typically, that's not going to be the case on using a two-handed weapon. I have no problem saying Diablo 2 is a 9 out of 10 game when it came out. Like, I don't know why you would play anything else when that game came out, genuinely. bad. Good weapon.
Go where you are
So I'm just gonna use this when I can. PD, it's good enough. How long to finish campaign? Depends on how fast you are. Probably like first playthrough is probably like 12 plus hours, but I think for a lot of people it's the average. What do you guys think? 6 to 7 hours for people who are familiar with the game. Maybe even 7 to 8. Fast people are like around 4 hours. Typically from scratch, good times are around like 3 hours 30 minutes, but anything like sub 5 hours is pretty good, pretty fast, nothing to complain about. I wonder why he did get banned. Someone said he got mass reported. I don't know if that's actually true though. Mass reported by who? He's rude too. He's really good at making builds. He's probably a lot smarter than I am at like putting together characters. He definitely has a lot more versatility. Like how good Rutu probably is at making builds, let's just say, like for like comparison. Like on a scale of 1 to 100, and I'm pretty good at what I do. If I'm like a 45 out of 100, Rutu's like an 80 probably. Like it's probably a pretty big gap. Like for what he's doing, it's a lot of innovation. A lot of innovation that is like genuinely very well executed and thought out, and you couldn't find another person who could execute it better, basically. Whoever your favorite streamer is that makes builds, Rutu probably does it better, basically. And it's probably not even close. It's not even on the same level. Just a really good understanding of how to make things make sense and piece them together well. I should one-shot everything, but this weapon is a fair bit slower, but it's worth. Grande fraps, you making braps? One shot the rare mob. I'm not playing Trauma at the start. I'll probably play it some later though. We'll see how it evolves. Bone Shatter is like infinitely better at early game. Mid game, probably anything pre-level 95. Bone Shatter is just better. Bone Shatter's crazy, honestly. Absolutely bonkers skill for like when you're first enter maps basically. Pre-maps it's pretty dog shit tier, but like once you're actually in maps, it's pretty fucking crazy. All that built-in AoE, and then you can burst down the boss really fast. What the fuck? I got like Omega debated here. Cololio Brandon, thanks dude.
Smile.
Dude, I'm perfect. Like, I don't know what this backwards layout is. I'm literally going every wrong turn. I'm genuinely 100%. You know what I mean, plastic? I remember someone linked it yesterday, the directory on Twitch, and Heroes of Might and Magic 3 had more viewers than Diablo 4. Base G.
You've done well, but let's not get above ourselves. Cow wasn't half the man you
Eat a piece of poop or do a Nightmare Dungeon 100? That's a good question. Where's Podan when you need him? I need to ask him that question. I don't know if he's in chat still. Podan, are you in chat? Would you rather eat a piece of poop or play D4? I need to hear the real true answer. I think he left. He probably hit the X button right there on the stream as soon as that question came up. Fucking, I hate how it does that. Like, I Frostblink mid-Sunder and then it changes my Sunder's trajectory. Fuck that, dude. I'm trying to game here. What is my lightning res? I got stunned like 3 of them. I guess I have 900 HP, but I don't think that's the craziest. Am I capped? I was 70. Does that make sense?
No love for Diablo.
Is it
Now, Exile! Now, Exile!
Now, let us see if you truly understand what it means to be Nightmare. Nightmare is the true eternal. Accept the gift of immortality. Nightmare is the true eternal. Why are you so in love with death?
Log in Big Nose Gauntlet now.
See ya.
You hear me, Kitava? Your slaves are dead. Your kingdom dies.
Yes? God hasn't abandoned us.
Yeah, Bone Shatter is one of the top builds in softcore, like the most high end. It's like the deep delve build, I'm pretty sure, right? I don't know if it's the best one, but it's definitely one of them. The best starter build and what you want to do in the game. Shedding my foot because of my gloves, which is fine. Do-do-do. Bam bam. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Get a ring here or something, right? Which ring is shittier? Just the fucking blue ring here. Give me some res, Pog. Molten Shell? No, that was last patch. They have to like max value of it. It's a pretty big nerf on some like uber fights. But it's definitely still the top tier guard skill. The massive nose. Oh fuck. Why is he like fucking doing his little fucking defensive bullshit? I actually don't have alchemy on me, do I? Fuck. But I might have. Trauma? I have no idea yet. It's not gonna be a starter build, that's for sure. Like Molten Strike or something. Later in the league. Might be my second character, might be like my third, I don't know. Definitely league starting Bone Shatter though. So my colors are goobed. My Cyclone's Omega Giga Dog Shit Diarrhea skill. Has been for a while. Has been since Legion League, right? You have like that Shockwave variant if you really want to play Cyclone, but I mean, it's a Shockwave build, it's not really Cyclone, right? The alterations. Oh shit, you hear that? Boy top war. Actually, I think my chest is good. I'm not gonna worry about it. No, it's a 4-link. What do I need for points? I start getting life nodes. I want an alchemy orb for this weapon. wanted them to phase. I feel like I'm still pretty slow. My first like 2 acts are always really slow. I need to get faster at them. But, I mean, I am a Juggernaut or Marauder. Probably at like 2 hours played, I would guess. Almost. No, this last patch, my game is laggier. The last patch I haven't found better settings for my PoE. It's like I lose a little bit of frames now, whereas I didn't lose any before, like at all. Yeah, Lightning Strike is kind of dead. I don't think he ever played anymore. Molten Strike is in, if you want to play a Elemental Strike skill. Molten Strike is your friend. Performance patch tomorrow, that's cool. I don't pay that much attention to what they say, so no idea. Dinobinoids.
Thank you. You deserve once Kitava. For freedom.
Marrying there is fine. I didn't want like can I get an alchemy orb? Nobody can stun me, I just did it. Holy shit, the thing is monstrously powerful. I don't know if I have any currency to put into it though. 254 top end and even faster. Might ditch these boots. They're like okay, but it's fine. Block? I mean, I use currency for that. That's what currency's for. Sometimes you get stuff that's like kind of good. That's the whole point. was the last thing, wasn't it? I think so. Never turned this thing in either, did I? The node. You know, I'm pretty squishy. I only have 1,000 HP. Should die pretty fast though. I think he'll get more than 1 or 2 moves off max. Actually got 2 off. 3? Cold res, just a sliver somewhere. Remove Bone Shatter from the game. It'll be gone when PoE2 comes. Eat? I actually haven't eaten in over 24 hours now. That shit's for fucking weaklings, you know what I mean? Yeah, the only thing I had was a little bit of coffee. Maybe like 150 calories or so. I didn't even drink it all. Res. Remember. Just liking some cold res. My HP pool is extremely low though. It's for 2 more levels. 2 more levels, then I'll be better. Fucking curse on me, it sucks. Kind of irrelevant. Okay. That didn't hit me. Bug. Good. What it has on it. Got a lot of armor. A champ requirement. 30 more. Actually not a bad chest. I don't know if I want to use it though. Certainly could. Spend one int node.
Sunflower.
88 problems, but
4
by
pack,
slamming
thanks dude. What was the rule with this zone? I don't know how I navigated without hitting any dead ends. I forget what the rule was, though. Like, not hit any dead ends or whatever. Is it down? I don't think it's down, right? Maybe it is. Okay. I was correct. Pick up any belt and rustic or leather and hit it with the essence, and that would fix my cold res. I've never played a Doombolt build in Grim Dawn. I played very, very, very little Occultist. Maybe I'll try it sometime.
I shall not suffer this humiliation again!
Shouldn't you phase? I'll hit you again. You must phase, you just don't want to do it yet.
I cannot
earphone? I hate like, not being able to hear my own voice whenever I talk. It's annoying. Any truers?
Good work, Mary. With the
It's worth. Probably. Can't use it yet though, but eventually I will want that. 1 grain. Thank you. Some HP, I need it. Quantric. It's faster for me just to TP here, right? Wish I got my skill point, but whatever. I have to get the other one later too. He's a baby. Oh no. Plant boss dude, whatever it's called. B-drill. Fuck, he just instantly went down. Bug. Gotta play the game, man. Rolly boar.
Good tidings.
come to hear.
About to, but
Stay sharp.
a rare amulet. Should be ahead of me. grinding. I might put one in though, just so I can put on that gooby chest. It's like not a bad chest. Damn it, I don't know where it is. TBH. I don't know if it's this way or the other way. What's the other way? Right, this isn't. Is this just an absolute dead end? No, it wasn't. It like looked like it. Guess no transmutes for me. I mean, Floss didn't realize. Find a pog. Going shatter with trauma, it doesn't connect. You can't do that. Trauma is for like Molten Strike and Smite and those kind of skills. Blades. Labrus. My weapon's pretty good. I'll wait till maybe Kurui, honestly. Quinn's gonna play Trauma? Yeah, maybe. It's the coolest gem that they put in, for sure. All these shit tier melee skills actually have a way to make them like scale and do damage. I've never known how you're supposed to navigate through this, so just kind of run through and then sometimes I find it. I think it's up. I think I'm actually kind of close. Hopefully. Yeah, Bone Shatter's Giga Omega God clear. With the built-in pulse damage thing. Like I said, League start, Bone Shatter. It's gonna be way better than any Trauma League start. Trauma build is for later. When you have some currency and gear options. Missing an aura? That's correct. Oh, I forgot to cast my thing though. Gralibor! Near any end node though. Even take this thing. Guess I'm using this. Holy shit, it's still trash, isn't it? Whatever. Cap my gold res, it was a cap this whole time. To use this on something, but might just throw it on a, I don't know, piece of jewelry maybe. I said thank you to Fizz. Sanctum build? I mean, unless you want to play a Giga Meta build. I mean, other than a Giga Meta build, I would probably just play a Trauma build, but it's gonna have like some clear issues. Strike skills, I haven't looked at their speed multipliers. Bra okay, thanks dude for the sub. Just trying to finish out this. Attack 10 leveling thing. Do some more Ubers practice later. Just I was starting to be able to kill him with just 5 link, so it's like kind of getting better at the fights. Just get so good that I can do them on a 5 link with Bone Shatter would be pretty cool. North, but I don't actually know. No, south. This should help fix my schedule though, me doing this run. My schedule's kinda stupid. Need to wake up a few more hours later, so closer to league start time. I might run out of mana here, possibly. The mana stuff is kind of shit. It's funny that they put increased such a monstrous amount of increased stun duration on the trauma support gem. I feel like that's like extremely exploitable, because when you get like 100 trauma stacks, that's like 500% or something like that. Like increased stun duration, right? Am I remembering that correctly? Like what is that? You can get like 500% increased stun duration with the trauma gem. Seems like kind of. I don't know why that's even built into the skill at all. There's gonna be some fucking fat fucking stuns from that shit potentially. Especially if you like actually like kind of pivot in that direction. It's almost good. If I could craft on it, I would use it, but can't. I have not popped anything or really thought that much about it. All I know is like Molten Strike looks pretty good. Fast weapons are good. Frost Breath and Pillar are probably overrated. You want a fast weapon. Frost Breath is extremely slow. You probably want some avenue of, depending on how squishy you want your character to be, it's like crit, modifiers, high attack speed are like what you want on your weapon. Probably some form of penetration or access to, it'd be like attack speed, crit chance, double damage suffix, pin, prefix, something in that direction. I forget all the mods that you can get on one-handers, but something in that direction. Frost Breath is too slow, and you have other ways to get double damage on your character. Like, even if you only tap into, like, 25% more double damage, like, if you're using a shield, you have access to double damage. Unless you're using, like, Exarch Shield or something, but there's other ways to get double damage. Fast weapon, crit, scaling if you really want to get the just absurd levels of DPS. Double damage focus or double damage suffix straight up. You can get it on the shield too if you're using a rare shield. Pin. prefix. I forget what else is good on prefix that isn't flat damage for those kinds of things like Molten Strike and Crossblades and Smite and that kind of direction. The only thing that I remember off the top of my head for prefix is Pin. Maybe some like... I mean, Fizz's extra alley works pretty well. Yeah, Bright Beak is fast, yeah. But that's all it is speed. Wed, yeah, Wed prefix, that's one too. Anything that's like percent like scaling damage that isn't flat damage, because you're getting an infinite amount of flat damage basically, right? So you don't want flat damage. That's why I said like Smite is kind of questionable, because it's a thing that scales or gives you like an aura that gives you like flat damage. I'm getting chain stun is awesome. Slax is not a bad base. Shit rolls though. You have like 30 FPS? Yeah, you might want to fuck with your settings. Mine was actually significantly worse than this when I just logged in after patch, but I recommend logging in the PoE and fucking with your settings like a good amount. I probably will try and see if I can tweak this even more, because I think it's playable, but I wouldn't even say it's particularly bad, but I would not say it's good. I get a little bit of frame choppy drop here and there, it's annoying. I just realized I have 1400 HP, that's awesome. Pretty cool. One more. I check down here just in case it was down here. Yeah. Why do scrolls right now? Bone Shatter? I don't do it till maps usually. It's about getting an Ezomite or like a Despo axe, just a good fast axe. That's like, you don't want to Bone Shatter with a slow weapon, it feels so bad. And it is bad. You want like a Despot or an Ezomite, preferably with some amount of attack speed. I might upload this to YouTube, possibly. Possibly, we'll see. It shouldn't be too long of a video, maybe like 4 hours or something to level the maps. I would not recommend doing what I'm doing on hardcore, even though this character is hardcore. I'd do it on... Doing it on a softcore character is totally fine though, for sure. further north. Sure.
Sunflower.
Ock knows.
Doge post, thanks dude for the resub. Should be right here, right? Ish. I don't know if I had all my things. Baldur's Gate's pretty good. I'd play it again. I didn't get my normally I should change my Pantheon to the thing, but whatever. Whoever died to a bleed, right? Lol. Dark Urge? Is that like some kind of Growlybore technique or something? There won't be any bones. No bone zone. This is a go, I don't even know what's going on. I just run through it all. Anomalous? Is that the one that generates frenzy charges? It's really good. It's really expensive too. It's really good on bosses though, because it gives you frenzy charge generation on bosses.
Blame for inheritance. Such resilience.
Under these Friday scrolls. You don't have time to watch? It's all good. My streaming hours are fucking chaotic anyway right now, like giga chaotic. Who knows what I'm gonna be on? I'll stream a bunch when the league comes out. It should be pretty fun for a while. Yeah. I'm only playing this character on hardcore because I didn't want the stash to get fucked over. It's not like for a reason other than that. Run Shatter swap is at maps. You start setting it up right before maps. Right now it's my morning time. It's just hard to compete with this window. I don't like a lot of times. I just genuinely don't really care when I stream, but this window is like a lot of EU, big boys and stuff. Pretty squishy, by the way. realistically, I should be crafting some life rolls on my gear and stuff, but you know, sometimes you don't do it. Just got 100 hit. Should probably take these books before I go in the lab, normally. It's okay though. And all this gear is trash diarrhea. I'll do a little bit of crafting. It's kind of squishy. Get a little chunkier. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Chieftain meme? Yeah, it's meme, I'd say. Did I not turn in the thing? Holy shit, another skill point. I'm gonna change X. I think Sunder, the maps is by far the best for Marauder, at least. Not so much like Duelist and stuff. I think it's fine to play like Helix and shit for Duelist, but for Marauder, I think Sunder is the way to go for sure. And it feels really good too. It's not just like... As long as you are okay with playing some amount of like slammage, it's not like intensive button slams. It's like kinda, you just press your intimidating cry once in a while and use Fist of War. Something like crazy. It's not like Earth Shatter or something. I don't even remember what I was putting in. Wah, wah. Not even in the guy, bug.
Sunflower.
Alco Ooh.
Makuguglio. Thanks, dude, for the 3 months. Hope I said your name right. Voodoo. When do I use determination? Usually at maps. I don't need determination before maps, because I take the Jugg armor node early. As long as I have any amount of like significant armor-ish roll on my chest, I'm usually good. Like right now I have 3,700 armor. That's plenty. My chest is like a level 40 chest right now. It's not even like a up-to-date level chest. If I wanted to, I could make a better one real quick. The Jugg node will carry almost all of my defenses before, and even in, like, until basically red maps. Deep red maps, even. The Jugg node will take care of pretty much everything. Just gives such a high amount of mitigation for Fizz and for Ellie.
Sunflower.
Dormy Mori, thanks dude for the reset. Suppress is like deep red maps, like level 90 plus. Great chopper soon-ish. Yeah, Sunder's really good for leveling. It's a rich get richer kind of thing though. You wanna like have, like, if you fall behind on DPS it feels bad. As long as you keep somewhat up to date with your weapon, it's easy mode. As long as you're 1 to 2 shotting almost everything, it's really good. When you start having to, like, you know, put multiple hits into like regular mobs, it's so bad. You're playing Visual Studio? Is that a good game? Sounds kind of cool. No, we're starting Bone Shatter Jugg. I might play a Trauma build or two, though, later. I just don't think they're good for League Start. They're okay. They're not bad for League Start. They're just, like, Bone Shatter is really, really, really good for League Start. Get rid of this. Under this shit, I think. Don't spin the oogler. Not this was correct. It's, I didn't see the guard really. Kinda hard to see him there. Belt's extremely bad. If I can upgrade it, that would be cool. Got a cold essence for this. No life, but that's whatever. We want some HP. We don't want to be running around with like literally fucking 1500 forever. Thanks, dude, for the resub. What do I need? I needed a Glooby Scoobert and a Krugelins. I don't know what that means. Just click some ring, who knows? I do want a Karui Chopper. I'm just gonna buy it. Level 58. Fuck, I don't have Scouring. Oh, I can buy one. I can make one. I just wanna... Like, my weapon's pretty old. It's like level 40 or something.
See you.
Is that good enough? I'm not sure I like that enough. It's close. I give up. No weapon for me. Totems. Actually, honestly, I'm not sure I would do totems yet, because I don't feel like fucking linking multi-totem for a while. What would I take? No Troko, thanks dude for the resub. Just do the pathing to the dex nodes and the attack speed. Fortify? Oh yeah, I could do that too. Who needs Fortify? Me. I don't mind spending a couple chaos on a weapon or two, but doesn't want to give it to me. Whatever, it sucks to suck then. My damage will fall off though, without keeping up to date on a weapon. That's my weapon, it's kind of meh. New to Ruthless. Play a good build. Just a universally good build. Don't try to be creative. Your meta. You need a... It's more important to have a good build in Ruthless than it is in the actual game of Path of Exile. Like, if you go in there with a shit build, it's gonna be miserable. You want to play the best build that you think you can go in there with. Something, obviously, starter viable. Don't try to get creative, just play whatever, like a top tier meta build. That at least makes enough sense to be played. Like Bone Shatter, like, I don't know, like Cold Dot or something like that. Yeah, you don't want to play a shit build in Ruthless, it's miserable. Like, you won't even be able to play the game, basically. Play the best build that you think you can throw into Ruthless. For me, it was Bone Shatter, but I think some people played, like, I don't even know. Maybe like Cold Dot or something. Crossblades is pretty bad. There's... I don't know, I wouldn't just say that there are better options, I just think it's pretty bad. Crossblades requires gear to like make it... Like, it's a bad skill, so like it needs some help to make it good from other means. Like, tons of gear invested into it. Crossblades just has a huge single target problem, so you want to be able to like have just absurd DPS, so your single target isn't that bad. Not a bad helm actually. It's like level like 8 billion required though, 60, yeah. Kinda wanna dump more currency into this fucking shitty ass weapon, but do it anyway. I'm not gonna play this character into maps. Just wanted to do the leveling campaign thing. Another go through it. I might even do another one, honestly, maybe. Just keep it more fresh in my head. Fuck, I didn't get the, I want the stupid lab trial thing. Apparently I didn't loot this thing either, lol. Oh shit, Pillar of the Cage God, there it is, man. League start, go! Margin blow, thanks dude for the resub. Oh, where's the last one? Well, Jupy Starcraft, thanks dude for the jupes.
Allow your wisdom to be tempered by the flames of the past.
Ow. Lots of boom booms. Fuck. The layout maps? Yeah, it's a mixture. Like, knowing the layout and... Sometimes I do use this map, but not that often. There's enough obstruction already in the game to like see like what's in front of me and on the ground and shit that I don't like playing with the overlay map like that. Not a mana. Infernal Blood? I think in general it's a pretty bad skill, right? I don't think... does it have a single redeeming quality about that skill? I'm not sure.
You getting by?
Memes. Give me a real weapon, bitch! Alright, whatever. Alright, one more. I got scours. Alright, I guess I'm using this horrendously bad axe. It's like level 40. I mean, it's good for its level, but it's like so fallen off by now. I don't get to test with a good axe. We test with a bad axe. You don't want to dump your currency on an axe like that, but it's okay to use a couple. Ashes. Wish. It's funny how bad this axe is, and it's still like good enough to like kind of do some deeps. care about. IPD recipe, I never use it. I went 2-stat. Weapons is typically my standard. I don't mind 1-stat weapons pretty early, but I mean, ideally I go 2-stat weapons, whether it be like attack speed or 2 IPD rolls. Well, IPD plus flat fizz. My current weapon's 3 rolls, it's attack speed, but it's like level 40 weapon, which is really good. It's just 2-stat Krui chopper would shit on this weapon for sure. That is my axe. What are these things? 62. Yeah, Despot Axe. As might's fine too, though. You get one. Everything's on me. What stones? Ancestor mechanic? No, I don't think you rip on hardcore when you fail. It'll be like Sanctum. One time I got like a 600 IPD, 650 IPD weapon from a fucking syndicate, like from leveling an axe. It was in one of these test runs, I remember. I think it was like 3 leagues or so ago. Kinda OP. Favorite Bobes. Looks like a light point. I've found it by now. Yeah. Give me an axe.
Bye.
This is probably usable, honestly. It's not good, but I can just use it. It's fine. I just craft like some fizz on it. Should be playable. Use a decent craft too. Just do that. It's even that good. Somehow my like current axe is almost better than this. Almost.
Yes.
I just don't have
Be
whatever. I don't have whetstones. What the fuck is that damage? Holy shit, bug. doing that. Those 3 dudes. Shit, some damage falling off. This guy ain't even worth killing. Yeah, 2,200 HP is probably not what you want to be doing. It's okay though. Dreamin' and dreamin'. Actually don't have cap cold res. Zoo lol. Okay. The skill is just Sunder. Just a leveling skill. It's not really good for high level characters. How much armor do I have? 4k? Yeah, it's kinda low-ish now. It's good enough, but low-ish. What's the point of this attack? It's just like time waster attack, is that the point? That is terrible.
I am Jugg, 4 nights up. Yes.
Yo's box, thanks dude for the Yo's in the box.
See ya.
You own the kills.
Melee fist? Nah, it's probably Fist of War. Post-combat Fist of War. Ruthless. Actually, I would say damage is kind of bad now. It's like playable. Because I have not been able to get a new weapon.
Do you need help with
What am I doing here? Doesn't matter. Get a good weapon mid. Like anything like Laborious or higher would be a lot nicer at this point. Level, what is this? Timber Axe is a level 41 base. It's well rolled, to be fair, but still. Another Auk for fun. The no weapon run. It's okay. Happens. Anju Stinja. Can these guys just like instantly kill me? Maybe not. My body armor and shit by now, but whatever.
Hope in the left hand, surety in the
Better watch out, Oobs. He's coming for you. Normal lab, I took armor node and then played Pride. I'm gonna oom here. I think I have the damage. Rush Precise Technique as a melee character, because like 6 nodes on the tree is going to be more as much DPS as Precise Technique at this level. Precise Technique is like 40% more damage, right? But a node on the tree at this level is like 6% damage. So it only takes like 6-7 points to be just as good as Precise Technique. So pathing over there is like really inefficient, extremely bad. Unless you're just already there, because maybe you're a duelist or something. It's like a little bit more reasonable, but definitely not as a Marauder. You would never go Precise Technique probably before level 90, 95 maybe even on a Marauder. It's bad. You're fucking nasty, Ukla. Zapply banned? He might be. Ukla Bob, is Zapply banned right now? You fucking nasty Uklo. You fucking nasty Uklo. Uklo Bob's nasty. Uklo Bob's nasty. Yeah, it's just leveling. Don't be so hopeful to think the meta has changed in this game. Uklo Bob, I know you're so fucking nasty. Hey Uklo Bob, you're a nasty man. I know you've got extremely disgusting, dirty plans, you nasty man. Uklo Bob is nasty, man. I know about your nasty plan. Uklo Bob is a nasty man. Uklo Bob is a nasty man. Nasty plan. What do you think about this music, Uklo Bob? Incorrect answer, you're nasty. Uklo Bob is a nasty man. I know about your nasty plans. Warcry CB, it might be pretty fun to play, TBH. I don't know how good it'll actually be. Might be like fun for mapping. I don't know about like any amount of like single target though. Dire Turd! Thanks dude for the resub, Dire Turd. What? That's his name. Dire Turd, what is your name? Kind of like a dire wolf, except it's a turd instead. If that makes sense. See? You guys didn't believe me. It's his name. His name and his form. He's a dire turd. You better watch out. He smells really bad. Dire turds here and there. You better watch out for a dire turd everywhere and anywhere. I'm like the sickest Volax right now. Watch this. Weeping of Content. Boom. Actually, not bad. Can craft another fizz. Too bad I'm gonna be done with this before I can even ever use it. GG lol. Character does literally no damage. I'm just gonna drop it on the ground, I don't care. Kinda neat though. Would've been nice to have that, like a weapon like that earlier. Equivalent weapon. Sucks to suck. Oh wait, it's one of these guys gets a skill point, right? I don't even know who. You? Thanks for the skill point, fool. I'm gonna play PoE, log in. It's been a pretty productive stream. I got everything I wanted to do done today, pretty much, for in-game. I wanted to practice some oobs. I'll probably do some more tomorrow or later, and then got a full run to Act 10 through. Pretty good. My schedule should be a little bit more of a normal human schedule after today, hopefully. Also haven't eaten anything in like 27 hours, which is pretty good. Huge gains. Ground Slam? I did a Ground Slam on this run. I think Ground Slam and Splitting are the two best for Marauder, though. It's different for, like, Duelist, but for Marauder, Ground Slam is, like, pretty legit. It's riskier, though, but it is more damage than Splitting, for sure. This would have been a lot better and faster if I'd gotten a like a reasonable like mid-game weapon. Well, I guess level 50 plus weapon. I don't know if I call it mid-game. I might die in Uber or Merc Lab because my character's shit ass, but I'm gonna send them in there anyway. Let's go. Do 2,400 HP, shitter, diarrhea character. I got like, I'm using a level like 40 chest, whatever, who cares? Bug. Do I have cold res? I should. No, I'm missing 2 cold res. Almost died? Dude, I've almost died like, I don't even know how many times. Enough. It's fine though. Believing that the Juggernaut powers will keep you alive and you'll be good. Maybe. I think Cruel Azara almost killed me. Shit, this feels incorrect. Where the fuck am I even? I don't think I can. I'm too squishy. I don't think I can take much shortcuts. I need to actually like try and kill these things. Otherwise, I'm probably gonna get one shot by any attack later on. I never got fortified on my character. Done with the fucking game. Champion, it's aura stacking kinda angle in my opinion at this point. If I were to play some amount of like champion. There might be like some interesting like trauma champion type stuff, but you're gonna need like some absurd levels of gear. to make that reasonable. Plus, I've played so much champion already. Like Jugg is pretty fun to, you know, flavor of the Jugg right now. I like it. Okay, maybe? 6. I have no idea where I put points. Probably would be like here or something.
Strike with fidelity.
Cleave, that's pretty bad. Bone Shatter or Trauma, but Trauma takes gear for New League. I want some gear. But you'll see a ton of Trauma builds for sure this league, because it's like very build enabling. It's not even, I wouldn't say build enabling, it's just damage enabling. It like gives you the like you're gonna get damage. You play Trauma and you get a bunch of Trauma stacks, you're gonna do damage. I mean, genuinely, I don't even think it's that hard to get like 100 stacks of Trauma. Sustain them and generate them. And that's kind of like the angle I think you want to go with using the Trauma gem. Like you want to be like 100 plus Trauma stack generating, sustaining build. So you're gonna have just an absolute fuck ton of flat damage added to your skill. Like your Trauma gem is genuinely on a, I think on a proper Trauma build, should be giving you about like 400 or 500% of your damage. Like more damage, the gem. Like that's how much damage that gem is gonna give on the correct setup. It's gonna be like 400 or 500% increase, like more damage on your build for one support gem. Like that's what it does if it's done properly. Fuck. 14 attacks per second. Not necessarily. You can scale up duration. There's stuff. Duration is a good friend of Trauma if you want just DPS. Dude, I don't have any flasks right now, and I'm gonna go into this. Alright, whatever. I might die here, lol. If I start getting hit by shit. Yeah, it's gonna be a pretty big ramp-up kind of build. It's a really cool gem. Like, this is definitely the coolest gem that they showed for this new league. Magino June Bears? Normally I would. Yeah, that's fine. You'll see a bunch of stuff. It's every single, like, I feel like Trauma is so, like, alluring, like, it looks so good and fun to build around that I don't know anybody who wouldn't want to build a Trauma build, and I don't feel like that's normally a thing. There'll be Mathel will make a Trauma build, I'll play a trauma build, Steel Mage will probably play a trauma build, Dan will probably play a trauma build, Rutu will probably make a trauma build, like just pretty much, I feel like it's so... It's got so much potential and so many things that you can like kind of like avenue it with that you'll pretty much see everybody make at least like a one or two trauma builds. I feel like anybody who like actually plays the game. It's like pretty good. It's not like ideal. Like it's all the like ramp up of trauma and like you have to sustain it with like physical mitigation and sustain of like overleech or like life regen or something, but it actually gives all those shitty ass fucking melee skills the opportunity to just like do a fuck ton of damage. It's like Bone Shatter kinda, except you don't have to play Bone Shatter. You can use like a one-hander and a shield, and you can play like Frost Blades or Molten Strike with it, or Smite, or whatever the fuck, right? Dual Strike, I don't fucking know, whatever. Like, all those things become potentially, like, realistic options to be played, obviously. And I think they'll eventually all funnel down to either some broken interaction or just, like, Molten Strike or something, but...
Oh, now you want to kill me. Yes.
Horror! I have no DPS at this point in the game, it's so bad, like, genuinely. We didn't get a mid-game weapon. This guy's really tanky, but, I mean, he's slow for anybody's sake at this point, but it's okay, we're almost done. Unless... I mean, trauma with face breakers would literally be, like that, would probably, like, actually be, like, trillion DPS, potentially. Like, I'm not talking billions. Trauma on face breaker would genuinely go into the trillion DPS range, like, actually. If that interaction existed. That's what you need for melee? No, what you get for melee is 30-minute boss fights in Path of Exile 2, and you gotta like have 6 to 8, you know, buttons minimum on any build, every single build. Get ready, you better start practicing now. No logout macros also. I'll do another run, but a more proper, like, setting up my character and all that kind of stuff for later.
I shall strike you down.
Should have war cried already, it's okay. do like maybe another session of Uber's practice, and then another slower 1 to maps, level 1 to maps. Phone's on Jugg video? Maybe. I'll get around to, and I feel like it, maybe. Today is Tuesday, right? Tuesday. Maybe tomorrow. I feel like it. I get hit flopped. I'm not doing anything else today, I don't think. Right, just chill and try to stay up a little bit longer so my schedule's a little bit more like a normal human's. Shit, huge boots, dude. How fast with that? I honestly, it should be less than 4 hours, I think. 3:34, that's not bad. Sunder, dude, Marauder. I'll do another one, maybe tomorrow. Do a slower one that's more like league, normal league start, where I'm not like setting up all my gear properly and to go in the maps and stuff. Fist of War better than Brutality? Fist of War is probably better to play on this. I think instead of Ruthless, it's probably better to play Brutality though, typically. Depends. I would say the one that you probably don't want to use is Melee Fizz, actually. Because Melee Fizz is less attack speed, and like it's just like not like Melee Fizz is actually kind of like meh. I was hoping one of the new Fizz gems would be better than Melee Fizz, but I don't think they are. Cool. Did I miss any passives? I'm not sure I did. I might have though. Ruler of Highgate. I did that. I just didn't turn it in. I'm pretty sure. Right. Oh no, it's actually I didn't do it. It's the tornado lady. It's because I found the refinery first. But normally. Shrine of the Winds. Bones in around Merc Lab. My thing isn't like necessarily on the maps. It's as soon as you have a fast axe, basically, that you're gonna like be committed to. So like a Despot axe or an Esmite axe, which is, you know, most of those are. Esmite's level 62 minimum, and Despot's like what, 66 or something. Because ideally, even on this, like Sunder, like Crewy Chopper is monstrous if you get like a damage roll on it. Like double fizz roll or something. Like you're gonna one-shot almost everything. Like not almost everything, you're gonna one-shot almost every boss. Like yeah, you're gonna one-shot all the trash mobs, but like one-shot bosses is pretty sick. Alright. My brain's getting juiced and I should eat something eventually. Thanks for watching.